the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And the topic here, prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast in the All-American game. That's what players want to do and people want to see.
You know, that was a great example, Kenny, but towards the end of my career and most of my career, I was honestly more of a half-court player. I was pretty fast for my size, but my strength was my biggest edge. In the half-court, barbecue chicken alert. I had to put that work in, Ernie.
That about wraps it up for here. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again later.
That's the fifth barbecue chicken.
Did the celebrity game already happen? Oh wow, it's going on right now. But I don't got ESPN, that sucks.
The Magic are out of Orlando and into this interconference game. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And Clark, we won't be seeing Wesley Johnson, who is injured.
Well, it's going to be a few weeks until he's back, but that's not as bad as it could have been. It could have been much worse. In the end, given the way it looked when he was helped off the court last game, I think he'd consider that good news.
I don't think there's any doubt. You know, when you watch that live, that injury seemed to be far worse. So still, small comfort for him having to sit these next few weeks out, but hopefully he'll be back soon.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Orlando, Oladipo and Harris are the wings. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. And it's Payton in at the point. And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. And the basket by Harris.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Here's Harris after the Kings pick up two. Clock at 6. Back to Gordon. Here's Payton. Wiggins with the block, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Good hair.
The Orlando Magic come into this one after the win against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at him wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
Adams, the pass to Patterson. Wiggins with it. He had 22 points in the win against Portland.
And also 3 steals. So he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Gordon with a screen on Wiggins. Here's Payton. Now the dish to Gordon. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the spot for 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
Orlando shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. And he sinks the second. The Kings have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start off the game. Wiggins, and the layup is good.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here's Payton. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Tipped away. Sacramento with the ball. Wiggins with it. Now Payton defending. Adams in the corner. Patterson the screen. And Adams kicks to Wiggins. To the middle.
Man, 2K, man, really?
Here's Payton. Dishes to Harris. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Offline with the baseline jumper. And here's Wiggins. Kicks to Cousins. Gay outside. Takes the 13-footer. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Magic trail by 6. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Quinn Snyder. Doris, what do you have to say?
He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay, adding he presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top, and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
How in the world did they let him get that
Slow
wide
down,
open?
Sacramento leading by 3. Wiggins drives in. Cousins with a screen on Payton. Here's Wiggins. Power
Let's
down.
go.
Both hands.
A little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Payton outside. There's the pick. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Payton's got his first basket of the night.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot with a great shot. Let the game come to you. You're forcing the issue too much.
Sacramento making some changes. And Stevenson's checked in for Patterson. Williams comes in for Jordan Adams. And it's Collison in for Wiggins. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the first. Now here's Stevenson.
Move the ball. Stick it to
They set the pick. Screen by Cousins. Shot clock at 6. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim.
Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against the Trailblazers.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand, Greg, you know the result. You move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots, you're coming away with a lot of wins.
On the court for Orlando, Payton is out there with Hazonia. Then it's Gorgie Dan, and it's Vucevic, and it's Osborne in at the 3.
Wow.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
The pass to Hazonia. The feed to Jang. Magic moving the ball around. Payton against Wiggins. And with that shot, the Kings lead has come down to just 2 points with the bucket from Payton.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
While every pass has been a turn.
And up the court come the Magic on the break. That ties it up. Payton's got 6 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse for them.
And that one's good. 8 points for Freak.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Pick by Vucevic. Payton dishes to Jang. There's the pick. There's Azania. He's guarded by Williams. Shot clock at 5. Azania's shot is off.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Wiggins passes to Stevenson. He shoots again. Vucevic with the ball. And they're able to recover.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Slow down inside. Run some pick and roll. Smart turned out for him.
7 points a game, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Koufos. Patterson comes in for Brandon Bass. And it's Adams in for Darren Williams.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was simply terrific. He finished with 22 points and also had an incredible amount of assists, really setting his teammates up every minute on the court. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Alonzo G is checked in for Lance Stevenson, and Gordon drops them both. The Kings leading. Wiggins drives in.
What a performance. Just look at the game for Freak. He's got 10 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
The Kings have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
And Orlando making a change here. Oladipo's checked in.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
He kicks to Vucevic. At the top of the key, Gordon. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one drops. Channing Fries checked in for Vucevic. And so he hits both.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
That's good.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Here is Harris. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Lasagna.
Screen.
Three-pointer is right on target.
Dang.
Lasagna's got 5 points now this quarter.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
He feeds it to Harris. High post try, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
No one covering.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Now let's have a quick look at some of the league's top defenders in the season's second half. Freak number one.
Defensively, he's been I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponent.
Rudy Gay's checked in for the Kings. Collison comes in for Jordan Adams. 1:14 left in the second quarter. And it's Gay at the elbow. To the middle. Here's Cousins. Connects on the 9-footer. And the Kings lead by 5. Orlando's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Oladipo goes in. Great D that time from Collison. Kings have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. G, no good.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Sacramento takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
And some changes. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's Sacramento. They lead by 12. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me. But I'm trying to force it on offense. Good things happen. And that's why I've had success here early on.
Slow and steady wins the race, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
Hey guys, listen up. We've got a good lead, but lots of basketball left to play. I definitely can't find any fault with the way we shot the basketball.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was
Can I see him?
aggressive attacking
Let me score more
at
points.
its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
Patterson and Cousins together in the middle. Wiggins is out there with Adams, and it's Gay in at small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And it's Harris off the drive. Back to Gordon. Pass to Vucevic. Just 5 on the clock. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant.
Let's go.
That is good.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
The Magic trail by 14. And Oladipo kicks to Payton. The 11-footer. And Harris wide open. He shoots off target from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Gay with no one around. The three-pointer off the mark. Orlando's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. It's Oladipo on the wing.
You got it.
That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
Caught it.
Oladipo's got 5.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Wiggins drives in, and that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right
Good
now.
defense.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
Hey, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
The Magic making a switch here as Anya's checked in. To the inside, out to Harris. Pass to Vucevic.
That's a wall.
Nice D from Cousins. Sacramento leading by 14. Drive by Adams. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Buries the long-range jumper. Wiggins has got 22 points.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Pick by Vucevic. Back to Harris. There's the triple. That's good.
Oh.
Harris has got his 3rd basket of the
Let
night.
me score
And
one
they're just
more.
raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
And that buck.
Send this game. Unfazed.